Jingle bells, jingle bells. Look at this. Welcome to Christmas pickle season. These are Christmas pickles, and you may be wondering, why are you posting something so early about Christmas? And the reason is, Christmas time's busy. This takes 5 days to prepare these pickles. So I'm all about get them done, put them in a cupboard, and then you can give them away at Christmas. You want to see how to make them? Let me show you. All right, so I finished that part. You can see I made these sticks. You want them about this big because if you're going to use pint jars, you don't want them sticking out the top. Now the reason that we removed the seeds and all the color of green from the outside is so that they can absorb the red color that's going to come later. And also you don't want the seeds in here because they'll turn your everything mushy and gross. So now this is 2 gallons of water, 2 cups of pickling lime. Pickling lime, you can get it anywhere. So we're gonna dump that in there, and we're just gonna stir it until it's dissolved. So day 1 of this process is the only one that actually requires any work at all. And the only work you have to do is peeling and deseeding the cucumbers. So really, there's nothing about this recipe that is too hard. So now I'm gonna put these in. I'll give these a stir. Put the lid on, and that's it. We're gonna set these on the counter for 24 hours. So we'll see you tomorrow where the real magic begins on day 2. Day 2. What you want to do is carefully rinse off all that lime. going to do now is just soak these. I'm going to continue to rinse off all the lime, rinse them really good. And then I'm going to soak them in just water for about 30 minutes. I forgot to mention, we're going to add a bunch of ice. Why we're adding ice, I don't know. But we are. And it's going to soak for 4 hours. I just double checked the recipe. So it's been 3 hours. I know I said 4, but we're going to move on to the next step. So there's 1 cup of vinegar. Just regular old white vinegar. And to that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of alum. We're going to stir that around until it's dissolved. We're also going to add an entire, it's like 3/4. This is red food coloring. This is part of what gives it the great, nice red color for Christmas. We're going to add back in our cucumbers. Now, you add just enough water to cover them. Now we're going to bring this over to the stove, bring it up to a boil, and reduce it to a slow simmer for 2 hours. Important step. Like I said before, this is not hard. It's just what we have to do. So I have about 30 minutes before my pickles are done in the 2 hours, so I'm going to start the syrup. So, 10 cups of sugar. I know it sounds like a lot, because it is, but get over it. We're going to throw in some cinnamon sticks. Two boxes of red hot candy. A teaspoon of salt. 3 cups of vinegar. And 3 cups of water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the stove, and we're going to stir it around until all the candies and all that sugar have dissolved. So you can see the candies are still not yet dissolved, but it takes a little bit. So just don't walk away, because you don't want any of that sugar that hasn't fully dissolved to stick to the bottom of your pan or the candies. Because if that happens and it burns, you got to start all over with the syrup. Put these back into a clean pot. Look at these. Aren't these pretty already? Look at how nice and red this is. Everything's dissolved. Now I'm just got to bring it up to a boil. And once I do that, we're done with day 2. Alright, Brought my syrup up to a boil. Now we just got to dump it in. Wish me luck. Isn't that pretty? And that's the Christmas red right there. Just smooth it all down. Now comes the hard part. Put a lid on it. See you in 24 hours. And just like day 3, I'm going to drain the pickles. And I'm going to boil the syrup for 1 minute. And then I'm going to, just like yesterday, pour the hot syrup over it and put a lid on it, and we'll see you on day 5. Alright, my timer went off. It's been a minute. Now then, let's just get this all in there. Alright, everything's submerged. All we need to do now, put a lid on it, and we're good to go until tomorrow. See you in 24 hours. Day 3 is so simple. Welcome to day 4. And just like day 3, I'm going to drain the pickles. And I'm going to boil the syrup for 1 minute. And then I'm going to, just like yesterday, pour the hot syrup over it and put a lid on it, and we'll see you on day 5. Hello and welcome to day 5 of Christmas Pickles, the final day. On the stove top, I have my hot water bath canner and some water getting ready to boil for my lids. Down here's my strainer and my pot. So just like days 3 and days 4, we're going to start the day off with draining the syrup off of these pickles. Come on. Get in there, everybody. Welcome to the party. Aren't those pretty already? Now, once this drains, I'm going to put this on the stove and I'm going to boil it for 1 minute again, because when you're canning, hot water bath canning, everything needs to be warm, if not hot. So the jars are in there sterilizing already. They're already sterilized, but they're in there heating up along with the water. Once I boil this syrup, it'll be hot, and I'm going to pack my jars with the pickles and then pour the hot syrup over them. That's how it's going to roll, yo. We'll see you in a minute. Alright, I got my pickles all jarred up, as you can see. Very nice looking. Okay, I'm all done. It's boiled up. Now I'm going to fill these with that syrup to a 1/2 inch headspace. If you're not sure what that means, it means this first ring. If you go to here, that's 1 inch headspace. That's half. Let's fill these babies up. Alrighty then. Now, give this hand a little rinse to do. In this little wee bowl, I have vinegar and a paper towel. Because, you know, it's so sugary and syrupy. And vinegar is such a good cleaning agent. I really need to wipe these off good. Let's top these babies off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this little wee guy. 6. You're just going to tighten them finger tight. You don't want to go too harsh, or you might bend the lid and prevent a good seal. We're going to place these evenly all around as best we can. Now then, you want to make sure that the jars are completely submerged. It's coming to a boil. When it comes to a rolling boil, I'll set the timer for 15 minutes. That's based on our altitude here in Colorado. For lower elevations, it's only 10. How cool was that? Now that's a boil. Set your timer. See you in a few. Alright. Look at that. Turn up the heat. And we're going to let it sit for 5 more minutes underwater, and then we'll remove it. So the timer went off. Let's get these babies out. Look at that. Boom. Oop, already a pop. Very good sign. That's what we want to hear. Booyah, Christmas pickles. That's how it's done, folks. I really hope you give this a try. It's great as gifts. Second pop, good to go. I'm just going to cover these up and let them sit for 24 hours, and then I'll take off the rings and I'll store them. So, they make great gifts at Christmas time. You can do all little wee jars like this guy, which was very hot, by the way. Anyway, they make great gifts. Hope you try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And how about a thumbs up?